Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Twilight Tarot Wisdom here. Today's reading is going to be for my fire signs. That's going to be Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. This is going to be for your sun, your moon, your Venus, or your Mars. I am going to include Mars and your rising. I hadn't posted in maybe about 2 weeks or so. I've just been really busy with school and work and just been really busy with a lot of things. So I'm actually going to put the signs together for this March love readings and just see what kind of feedback I get on that. If you guys want me to go back to individual signs, I can try that as well. But since we are in the middle of March, I figured let me go ahead and try, let me put the signs together as elements. Because I've noticed in my past readings, most of the signs that have the same elements tend to go through the same things. It's so weird. It's really weird. But yeah, let me know in your comments if this resonates with you and if this is more of a style that you guys would like me to kind of follow. Okay, so this is general readings for my fire signs, the month of March. Let's see what's been going on. What's been going on in y'all's love life so far? What's happening here? What's going on in the month of March for my fire signs? Justice. Some of you may be getting a divorce. Some of you may be separating. Justice, can sometimes indicate some of you may be getting married. That could be true too, okay? Justice can sometimes be, I need to see how the rest of the reading unfolds, but what's going on with my fire signs? My Leos, my Sagittariuses, and my Aries. All right, you guys are going back around. This is kind of my karmic card, but I kind of feel like, there may be something. My Wheel of Fortune is usually when somebody comes back around. Either somebody is coming back around into your life or you're coming back around into theirs. But this is karmic, as in there are karmic contracts that have not been finished. With these two together, heavy karmic. So whatever's going on in your love life right now, my Leos, my Sagittariuses, and my Aries, it's a very karmic type of relationship. Excuse me. If you are in a current relationship right now, I do think it's a karmic type of relationship, or it's a past life type of relationship. I keep on, because I see these little books here that they show here, these are supposed to be the Akashic records. And so what that indicates to me is that this relationship is fated. If you're coming out of a relationship, or if you're going back to a relationship, or someone from your past, it is a karmic relationship that was fated and it was written in the Akashic records. Okay, so this is something that was written in the Akashic records. This is definitely very karmic. Now, karmic relationships happen so that we can learn lessons. That doesn't necessarily mean, that's it, that was the lesson, I'm on to the next person, right? But these type of relationships are not easy. Okay, these type of relationships are tough. Karmic relationships are meant to teach you lessons. And to learn lessons, it is not easy. Okay, that's not the point of learning a lesson. You're really only going to learn a lesson when you go through difficult situations and times. Okay, so whatever situation you are going on, if there is somebody you're going to meet in this month, for the rest of this month, or somebody that you have your mind on, I feel like it's somebody from the past. I just got to say that. Can you tell me more about this? What's going on? Yeah, the Tower wanted to show up earlier. This is definitely somebody from your past that either you still have your mind on, you still have your heart on. There was a Tower moment that happened here. Look, I have 3 major arcanas here. So this is a pretty impactful, whatever this relationship was. Maybe it was one you've gotten out of, or maybe it's one you're starting up again. It could even be a relationship where it was on and off, okay? The Tower, rebuilding things from ground up, okay? This relationship could have ended because there was a lot of lying. There was a lot of deceit. This past relationship, there could have been something that happened that was just so drastic. But you know, sometimes the Tower, a lot of people just automatically think that the Tower is negative and, oh my gosh, bad things are gonna happen, right? And actually the Tower can sometimes represent good change. The Wheel of Fortune represents change as well. Transformation, change. So there's a lot of change going on here. So let me open these up just a little bit more so I can read a little bit more in depth. Spirit, can you tell me a little bit more about what's going on? Can you tell me more about this Justice? Clarify the Justice here for me. Yeah, an ending. So there was definitely an ending. You know, I did kind of get maybe there was a divorce. I do feel like this is a person from your past. And I do feel like whether they're in your life, and look, death also represents transformation. I gotta tell you, man, all 5 cards so far on here are all major arcana, major lessons. Whatever this relationship was, major lessons. It could be a divorce. It could be a separation. This could have happened in the past, and maybe you guys tried to get back together. I do kind of get like the whole on and off thing. Patience, needing patience. I gotta tell you, if for those of you who this resonates with, that it's a divorce or a separation, divorces take a really long time. Okay, so you're gonna have to be really patient with each other on this. Okay. Now, death can sometimes mean new beginnings. And because of the Wheel of Fortune here, Spirit, can you tell me a little bit more about the Wheel of Fortune here? Queen of Wands. Well, that's you. Okay. These are my Leos, Sagittarius, and Aries. For my cross watchers out there, this could also represent my cross watchers. Okay. Remember, in general readings, female and male, masculine and feminine energy can still be in the same court card, okay? Like a Queen of Wands, you could be a masculine, a male who is giving off this feminine Queen of Wands energy. Okay, can you tell me a little bit more on this Wheel of Fortune? Got the High Priestess. You know, the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess, some of you watching, some of you who are my viewers, may be psychic, maybe tarot readers yourselves. The Queen of Wands and the High Priestess together indicates to me heavily, heavily psychic, very intuitive. Some of you may even practice rituals, magic, astrology, other forms of divination, and highly intuitive, highly intuitive. I need a little bit more information here, please, Spirit. Highly intuitive. I do feel like this is you. Usually my Queen of Wands is a Leo to me, so I do pick up heavy Leo vibes here, okay? And it could be in your chart as well. And I've got the 3 of Cups. Friends. Okay, so for some of you, it could be that this person came back around in your life and you guys are just friends at this point. It's all about having good times. You're coming off very sexy. You're coming off very intuitive. You're coming off very sexy and intuitive to whoever it is you're dealing with. It could be that you had past lives together and you're barely meeting now in this lifetime. And so you guys are hanging around as like friends. It's very friendly. It's very, It's very lighthearted, very friendly. It could also be that maybe this person has returned from the past and you're like, nah, I don't want a relationship right now. Let's just be friends, okay? Or it could be that they are saying that, like, just wanted to reach out to you, open this line of communication. Let's hang out, okay? It could be something like that. Can you tell me what's going on with the Tower here and why the Tower is here, Spirit? Star, hope. You know, it's interesting that the Star would come out with the Tower because the Star is directly after the Tower in terms of card placement. And The star indicates hope, what you're wishing for. Being able to rebuild. Remember how I mentioned at the beginning of the reading, rebuilding this tower from ground up again? So this star comes out once all the debris has just, settled. Once all the debris from this huge tower and ending that you had settles, then you're finally able to see the clear skies and finally able to see the star that you can wish on for hope. Okay, so there might be hope to fixing this relationship, whatever relationship it is that you're dealing with. There could be hope fixing it, okay? There's a sense of hope here that I'm feeling. I've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this tells me that Knight of Swords can be very cutting. Can be very quick, happens all of a sudden, very cutting, quick action. But the fact that it's in reverse, that tells me that I feel like it's not so quick movement, not so quick action happening here. In the reverse, it could be when someone is trying to cut things out of their life very quickly. But to be honest, if you're cutting out the tower, it's kind of a good thing. Honestly, what I just heard was cutting out the BS. Put it that way. You're cutting out the BS. I think for those of you who are trying to do this relationship again with that karmic partner, I think there are definitely lessons that you learned from how it didn't work in the past. Even if it is a new person in your life, but they are karmic from a past life, you have matured in such a way that you're cutting out the BS. And also cutting out the lies. When I say cutting out the BS, what I mean is cutting out the lies, because any relationship cannot be built on false foundation. And so what this Knight of Swords in reverse is doing is cutting out all those false narratives that were probably either learned as learned behavior or false narratives that this other person put on you at some point, or a false narrative you have grown up with yourself that has prevented, that always got in the way of this relationship. That's one of the major lessons I feel like you need to learn, is getting rid of these false narratives that, I gotta say, for instance, somebody's lied. Like, I'll give you an example. Somebody's lied and cheated on you. So you go into your next relationship thinking that they're going to lie and cheat on you also. That's a false narrative. You need to cut that out, right? Let's say the person you were with lied and cheated on you, and whatever reason, you take them back. Okay, it's been a couple years. Things have gone on. You've seen a change in them, and you take them back. You can't continue viewing them as a liar and a cheater if you decide to take them back. One, that's a false narrative. I mean, they may still be a liar and cheater, but two, you've chosen to take them back. If you choose to take somebody back, you cannot hold them to the issues from the past, okay? Because it's not about the past. It's about the present and how you choose to be with each other now. Okay, now if those issues continue to arise and show up in your current relationship, then absolutely, then you can say, okay, there's still a liar, there's still a cheater, right? But you can't just, people change, all right? People change. I'm sure you have changed over the years as well. We change, we really do. I know when some people say, oh, we never change. No, we do. People learn. That's hopefully, right? We're supposed to learn. And so what I'm saying here is cut out the false narratives that you tell yourself or have told yourself for a while now, because it's really difficult to have hope to rebuild a tower that fell if you're still living on the same false narratives. And I kind of went a little long on that there, but sorry about that. But Spirit, can you tell me as far, I mean, I've kind of given advice here, but I'm a little bit, can you like open up just a little bit more the Queen of Wands and the Three of Cups here for me, please? I think for being a queen of Wands, I feel like you're really in your power and your energy this month. My fire signs. I feel like you have much more of a drive and much more confidence this month. I really do. I feel like there's a lot more confidence. Eight of Swords in reverse. So in the previous months in your love life, I feel like perhaps you have felt very stuck and tied down, or like you couldn't move. And I feel like in the month of March, you're finally untying yourself, okay? Because Eight of Swords upright is when somebody feels stuck and bound and tied. The thing is, mentally as well, the thing is in the reverse, this woman has had the ability to take off these ties, this rope around her the entire time. So when it's in reverse, that's what she does. She takes off being tied and bound and feeling stuck. So I really do feel that during the month of March, my Leos, my Sagittarius, and my Aries, you are feeling just so much more confident. I really get a lot more confidence, a lot more drive to push forward. You're finally releasing those the ropes that have tied you down. Finally releasing issues, and probably past issues as well, that have made you feel very tied down and insecure. Because as a Queen of Wands are very, very confident. And so Leos, you can be extremely confident. Aries, so can you, okay? Sagittarius can also. But in the past months, I kind of feel like there was a lack of confidence for some reason, and probably having to do with the past relationship or past issues, okay? But in this month of March, I really do feel like there's a lot more confidence. There's a lot of change. There's just so much growth and change in this reading that it honestly, overall, I just get really positive vibes with this reading. I really do. Give me one last card. One last card to finish this reading, please, Spirit. I got the Sun in reverse. Okay, so the Sun in reverse tells me things have definitely been shown and enlightened to you. You know, the Sun is one of the few cards in the tarot that upright and reverse, they're both positive meanings. All right, so just because it's in reverse doesn't necessarily mean it's a negative meaning for that card. I think, you know, a lot of times the Sun upright I see as this child that's really pure and innocent. Not to say you're not pure and innocent, but I just do feel like you've really grown up. You've really grown and learned from these past experiences. Don't be too hot-headed. Don't burn yourself with the sun, though. Sometimes the sun can, you know, don't be too overconfident, okay? Be humble. Be humble, okay, about everything that you've learned. I actually want to take one last card here. I want to show me too. I've got the King of Cups and the Hermit, okay? So you may be dealing with a water sign. Water sign would be like your Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You may be dealing with one of those. And the Hermit here, oh, I actually had 3. Wanting to hide. You know what? For those of you who do not want this karmic relationship, those of you who don't want to come back through the same cycle again, you're being very defensive against the King of Cups and choosing to be alone, okay? Either way, that's a lot of change. There could be a King of Cups who's trying to come back into your life that you're like, no, no, no. Get out of here. Being very defensive against the King of Cups, and you're like, leave me alone. So that could be another message for those of you who are like, oh yeah, this person did come back, but I don't want them. This person did come back around, but I don't want them, you know? You could even, for those of you who are separated or got divorced and you're like, no, I don't want them back. I just want this. I want to get my confidence again. I want to be free. I want to be unstuck. I am moving forward. I'm moving forward, you know? I'm finally seeing things and learning from my past mistakes, and I'm not living off of these false narratives, okay? And that's for others out there that I'm getting, okay? I hope this reading resonated with you. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel if it did. If it did not, please feel free to watch any of my other readings that I have based off of the other aspects of your chart. But thank you guys. Thank you. Bye.